Afternoon. In the last 2 hours, a federal appeals court refused to throw out Hunter Biden's federal gun indictment. The move tees up a high-stakes criminal trial next month in Delaware. The president's son has asked the Third U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to dismiss the charges. Instead, the appellate panel rejected Biden's appeal. Prosecutors say Biden bought and possessed a revolver in 2018. They claim that violated federal law because he was using illicit drugs at the time. Biden has pleaded not guilty to all 3 felony counts.
Hunter Biden's gun charges are still alive and well. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. And to my Connecticut resident, plan on getting your permit. Get the training done, get your paperwork turned in before July 1st. After that, the training has been modified. It's not as bad as would have been expected with the way it was worded when HB 6667 was released, but still get that done before July 1st. Take care of that. If you have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. And this is a story, if you've been following me for any length of time, has been a story I have talked about repeatedly. This concerns Hunter Biden and the gun charges that are against him. If you remember, he had purchased the gun. His ex-sister-in-law girlfriend was claimed she felt unsafe because of him owning the firearm and threw it into what she claimed was a dumpster or garbage can behind a store. The gun disappeared. The Secret Service kind of got involved and they tried to get the 4473 from the dealer. Dealer refused to give it to him. And of course, he was being charged with lying on the 4473 form where he said he was not addicted to illegal narcotics. This has been bouncing back and forth in court. If you remember, there was going to be a sweetheart deal that included all his tax problems and this gun charge, all kind of wrapped up neatly where he would basically get a slap on the wrist. Federal judge said, I'm not going for this because basically that deal also exempted him from any future charges. So she kiboshed it. He then went to the appeals court to ask them to basically overturn his gun charges. And the appeals court said no. Let me bring you into here. Hunter Biden's bid to toss gun charges rejected by U.S. appeals court. A federal appeals court on Thursday rejected a bid by Hunter Biden to dismiss federal gun charges brought against him by special counsel David Weiss last year. The 3-panel judge said in an unsigned opinion that Hunter Biden failed to show that lower court orders denying his request to toss out the indictment are appealable before final judgment. The ruling allows for a trial against Hunter Biden to move forward, but also leaves open the possibility for another appeal if he's convicted. It's interesting how Hunter Biden, and I just want to get a little political for a minute, how Hunter Biden is using the system as it is, and he has every right to, as an American citizen, to use the system to defend himself. Yet when Trump does it, all the judges involved are biased, incompetent, and it goes on and on. And Trump has no right to do what he's doing. It's just kind of funny, but the decision from judges Patty Schwartz, Cindy Chung, and D. Brooke Smith was unanimous and on procedural grounds. Abe Lowell, Hunter Biden's lawyer, said in a statement, in reviewing the panel's decision, we believe the issues involved are too important and further review our request is appropriate. The president's son had argued that charges brought against him are unprecedented and unconstitutional and violated the diversion agreement reached with federal prosecutors that collapsed in July. That's the deal that they made where his tax issues and gun charges were all kind of put together. That's what he's referring to here after a judge refused to sign off on it. Hunter Biden was indicted in September and faces 3 felony counts stemming from his purchase of a Colt Cobra 38 special revolver in 2018 while he was a drug user, lying on a 4473. Prosecutors allege that he unlawfully purchased the firearm for 11 days and made false statements on a form used for gun purchasing, claiming he was not an unlawful drug user. President Biden's son has pled not guilty to the gun charges which were filed in Delaware. He was also indicted in California in December on 9 federal tax charges. Hunter Biden pled not guilty to those charges and is pursuing a similar effort to dismiss the indictment there. Okay. In court filings seeking to dismiss the gun charges, Hunter Biden's lawyer claimed the diversion agreement was required him to refrain from using drugs and alcohol and bar the purchase and possession of firearms, as well as other conditions which remains legally binding and valid. They also pushed the idea that politics were at play, how ironic, in the charging decisions, and said he was vindictively and selectively prosecuted by Weiss. Whew. Damn. Okay. Oh man. Federal prosecutors, though, disagree with those contentions in court filings, writing in part, the charges in this case are not trumped up. What an interesting use of a word. Or because the form of President Trump, they are instead a result of the defendant's own choices, true, and were brought in spite of, not because of, any outside noise made by politicians. Okay. Let's go ahead and come out of that. Now, in my opinion, this is goose gander. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. And he definitely has a lot more evidence against him when it comes to this because, one, they have the 4473. I've seen the 4473. Yes, he did answer the question as saying not an illegal user of drugs, which clearly is a violation of 4473. I believe that's 15 years if you lie on that form. He also has done some very strange things. He, at some point, claimed that illegal immigrants had stolen his gun. And then he actually did a mind-blowing move of saying that he is protected under the Second Amendment because of the Bruin decision, which I thought was just, wow, that's amazing. But he did. He went down that road. But apparently the appeals court's not buying it, and he's going to have to face these gun charges. But like I said, as the article did point out, he is open for an appeal if he is convicted, which, depending on the jurisdiction they put it in, I'd say that's going to be questionable. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.